Hey everybody, Eric here with another Black History Moment video. In the series of the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th videos, we'll be spotlighting Black history in the military. And today, the Black History Moment video number 22 is spotlighting the history in small part, as there's a lot of information out there on the Tuskegee Airmen. So we know about some of our older citizens, we know about the Tuskegee Airmen through our classes in school. My journey with that history happened in elementary school, junior high school, and a spotlight on them in one of my American history classes in college. But not everybody knows about the Tuskegee Airmen. So, and I do apologize for some of my videos that I didn't put links in the descriptions about what we're talking about me, but I will have them in there and update them. So I will give you links and everything from I get the information. So like right now, I got this information from a PDF of Tuskegee Airmen. From the National World War I and World War II Museum. Okay, so let's dive in. So the Tuskegee Airmen, the African American pilots of World War II, and let me pull this up for you. Before the Tuskegee Airmen, no African American had ever been a United States military pilot. The Jim Crow laws, a series of racist laws that enforced the separate but equal treatment of African Americans, were used as justification for blocking previous attempts by African American soldiers to become pilots. African Americans served bravely and with distinction in every theater of World War II, while simultaneously struggling for their own civil rights from the world's greatest democracy. Although the United States Armed Forces were officially segregated until 1948, World War II laid the foundation for post-war integration of the military. In 1941, fewer than 4,000 African Americans were serving in the military, and only 12 African Americans had become officers. By 1945, more than 1.2 million African Americans would be serving in uniform on the home front in Europe and the Pacific, including thousands of African American women in the women's auxiliaries. The Army Air Forces established several African American organizations, including fighter and bombardment groups and squadrons. Between 1941 and 1946, roughly 1,000 black pilots were trained at a segregated air base in Tuskegee, Alabama. The Tuskegee Airmen flew hundreds of patrol and attack missions for the 12th Air Force, flying P-40 and P-39 airplanes before they were reassigned to the 15th Air Force to escort B-17 and B-24 heavy bombers using P-47 and P-51 airplanes. The famous Tuskegee Airmen of the 332 or the 332nd Fighter Group became a part of the 15th Air Force, escorting American bombers as they flew over Italy. As escorts, flying P-40s, P-47s, and later P-51s, they were responsible for protecting large bombers from German fighter planes. The Tuskegee Airmen flew more than 15,000 sorties between May 1943 and June 1945. Bomber crews often requested to be escorted by these red tails, a nickname acquired from the painted tails of the Tuskegee fighter planes, which were a distinctive deep red. 66 Tuskegee Airmen died in combat. They had one of the lowest loss records of any escort fighter group. Let's go forward. And here is this picture that you see was a poster for buying war bonds, but also showing a Tuskegee Airman. And this picture is a National Archive of a picture taken about some of the Tuskegee Airmen. C. Alfred Chief Anderson is one of the most famous of the pilots in the Tuskegee Airmen story. In 1929, Anderson had earned his pilot's license and went on to become the first African American to earn a commercial pilot certification in 1932. In March of 1941, Anderson took First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt on a 30-minute flight in a biplane. The flight brought much needed attention to the Tuskegee Airmen. The Tuskegee Airmen achieved a number of successes during the World War II. The 332nd Fighter Group was awarded a Distinguished Unit Citation for their actions on March 24, 1945. On their way to Berlin, Germany, the Red Tails destroyed 3 German Me-262s. In all, the Tuskegee Airmen earned 8 Purple Hearts, 14 Bronze Stars, 3 Distinguished Unit Citations, and 96 Distinguished Flying Crosses. The National World War II Museum honors the contributions of the Tuskegee Airmen in World War II. Now, this is just a snapshot of the Tuskegee Airmen history. What this article on the World War II website does not talk about is what happened after they got back to the United States. And they, of course, those stories were taught to me by my family about the discrimination and racism. They were heroes during the war, but when they got back, they still became heroes in their communities, but they were not heroes for the country because of discrimination and racism. Not being able to find jobs, not getting help with their health care, and of course, at that time, nobody really talked about mental health. I don't even think they were even talking about the mental health for war. And there were some crimes done, and you can search for that. But today, we're just spotlighting on a respectable side for the Tuskegee Airmen because I'll remind you, after President Trump signed the order to shut down DEI, the Air Force in their training area in Texas decided to remove the training from their training modules, the history of the Tuskegee Airmen. Finally, a lot of us started shouting and raised our voices, and in 24 hours, the Air Force decided to put it back in their training. And you see the scowl on my face, and that scowl means I don't care who you are, whether you are the Secretary of the Army or the President of the United States, you will not erase any of our history. Thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and share videos that you like to other people so that they can understand. And again, in the description of this video, I will put the link from this website today. And then, of course, that will start you on your journey of learning more information about the Tuskegee Airmen. Have a good day and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.